What's going on, Flex Zone family? It's your boy, God's favorite host, the host of the Moist, back here on the Flex Zone podcast. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Back with our next coaching profile when we stop with the head coach, the man in charge, the fearless leader, John Harbaugh, top five coach in the NFL. Don't at me because you know it's fact. Hit that like button, hit that bell for all notifications, and subscribe to the channel. On our way to 1,000 subscribers, and we appreciate you, as we're nothing without you on the Flex On podcast. Thank you again. Follow us at the Flex On One on all social media, Twitter and Instagram, and now on TikTok, the Flex On podcast. Donate, hashtag the Flex On One. Appreciate you guys for your support on these videos. But let's take a look at John Harbaugh. Not really much to look at with Harbaugh. We know how great he is. He's been the coach here since 2012. He is one of the best coaches in football. 59 years old, so actually be 60 coming up this upcoming season, September 23rd. He will be 60 years old. So still a lot left in the tank for Harbaugh. I mean, 60 is young when you look at coaches now because you got guys going 65 plus. So he still got some good years ahead of him. So John Harbaugh, I don't expect to go anywhere anytime soon. Excuse me. He started coaching in 2008. I'm talking about 2012. That was a Super Bowl year. That's what I'm thinking about here in the Flex Zone. Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl. Am I speaking into existence? Possibly. We shall see of this upcoming season, a little over a month away. But former Eagles defensive backs coach and special teams coordinator as well. When he hired him, I did not know who the hell he was. Nobody probably knew who he was. He did a fantastic job here since day one with the Flacco era, now into the Lamar era. He did great with the Ray Lewis's and Ed Reeds, even though there were rumors about being in doghouses and he didn't get along with the veterans all the time. This is now his team, molded in his image. He has his guys in there that he can coach, work with, develop. And you've seen since Lamar has taken over with this roster, he has been a leader of men. He's been a player's coach. The guys love playing for him. You see the interaction, you see them mic'd up. You hear them talk to each other. You know it's fantastic. You know they love each other. You know they go hard for each other in the foxhole and they play and he coaches like a Ravens. So he's a former coach of the year. He won the Super Bowl 2012. Has the most playoff road wins with eight. Fun fact people don't talk about. And his regular season record 137 and 88. 137 and 88. 60%. 0.609. I would like to know how many teams have at least 88 wins, have 100 wins since he's been a coach. How many teams in the NFL have 100 wins since 2008? Let me know because only 88 losses, that's 0.609, 60% win percentage is near the best in the NFL. 11 and 8 in the postseason, that's 0.579, that's 57%. And altogether, 148 and 96 or 60% career winning percentage is chef kiss as well. We know the brother of Jim Harbaugh, who has not had that success. But Baltimore Ravens, man. They're lucky to have John Harbaugh. As I mentioned, he's a top five coach. He just recently got paid, deservedly so. Does great things in the community, paying for dinners, being at charitable events, working with individuals with special needs. The Ravens and the Orioles, the things they've done with Mo, honoring him while he was alive. Now his legacy. I think Harbaugh obviously is a leader of men. Obviously, if you want to nitpick, yes, he can make some second half adjustments better. He could use his timeouts better at times. But you could say that about every coach because every game you're not going to win, and every game your adjustments aren't going to work. And then who knows? Maybe he's made adjustments and they didn't work sometimes. Got to give him the benefit of the doubt. Not saying he doesn't make them, but is he Bill Belichick? Probably not, but nobody is. But maybe he's made adjustments before that just haven't worked, or maybe he just is something he's working on in the second phase of his coaching career, and I think he can continue to get better at. We know this team is good for double-digit wins damn near every year. They're a perennial playoff team, and I think they will be this year. And Harbaugh, you gotta love him. He's infectious. He runs his team to the T. He coaches like a Raven, as I mentioned, under EDC and Steve Bisciotti. He does an amazing job, I think, with the young players. I think helping them get ready. Obviously, he doesn't play a lot of rookies early on in their careers. They have to earn playing time. It's something that has occurred in their first season, maybe midway towards the end of the season, going into year two. But I think if you can play, he will find a way for you to be on his team. I don't read the noise about former players and guys who won't be named here on this podcast, but who have slandered him. Yes, like I said, sometimes he's called his timeouts incorrectly, made bad decisions, made bad challenge flag calls. Second half adjustments maybe not been the best. In game adjustments may not be the best, but I still think we're thankful and lucky to have him. I did a video a few months ago about we should be thankful for him. He's a top five coach. And think about how many franchises have went through the multiple amount of coaches over the past few years since 2008, since 2010, since 2012 when he won the Super Bowl, when the next 2 to 3 years after weren't so good and guys wanted to get rid of him, which his time could have been ending, but he revitalized his career. Big shout out to Lamar Jackson, but he revitalized his career. He's still the coach of his team. And think about how many teams: the Browns, the Texans, the Jaguars, the Bears. Who else am I mentioning? Arizona Cardinals. I'm just thinking of teams who've gone through so many coaches, the Giants, the Jets, who have gone through so many teams, have gone through coaches over the past 10, 5, 10, 12 years he's been here, 15 years. John Harbaugh is a mainstay. He's a symbol of professionalism. He's a symbol of consistency. He's a symbol of a mainstay and a work ethic that has led him to be the best Ravens coach in history, in my opinion. And he's starting to move away from the pack. And if he can continue to do what he's doing, continue to make playoffs, continue to win in the playoffs, add to that playoff wins. I want to see more playoff home games personally, but as long as you get there and you win, that's all that matters. Another Super Bowl potentially before he retires would add to that legacy. And the question comes up, is he a Hall of Fame coach? Right now, he's in a discussion. I don't know if he gets in if he retires today, but he can definitely in the next, what, 3 or 4 years coaching, he can get to over 200 wins, probably get to over 20 playoff wins and have a chance to get another Super Bowl, as I mentioned, if not multiple, with Lamar Jackson as his quarterback. But I'm thankful for John Harbaugh. He's a top 5 coach. Not really much to say here. His job isn't in jeopardy. He'll be here as long as he wants to be here. But Shotty loves to have him. They love consistency in the Ravens organization. Him and Eric DeCosta work well together. Steve Bisciotti loves having both of them as the leaders of this team. And I think we'll see what we have in this team this year. I think they're going to come back hungry, competitive. They're healthy right now going into the season. And I think they're motivated to remind teams of how good they are and how they were embarrassed at times last year by teams in their division and some of the games they played when they weren't at full strength. But you got to give them credit. Last season, this team was dead in the water with injuries, and they were the best team up until Lamar Jackson got hurt. So you got to give Lamar Jackson credit for being in the MVP conversation. But John Harbaugh could have been the coach of the year discussion because of all the injuries. Most in the NFL, this team was in first place. Lamar Jackson gets hurt. It's a completely different story. But his first losing season, and former coach of the year. We thankful for you, Coach Harbaugh. We love your heart. And it's nothing to nitpick here. He's a great coach. He's not going anywhere. He will be the coach of this team when they win their next Super Bowl. Yes, I'm claiming it, naming it, and claiming it. I'm booking it right here on the Flex On podcast. Let me know in the comments. I think he'll be here for at least another 5 years till he's 65, if not longer. Long as he wants to be here, as I mentioned, he's got paid. He will continue to do great things here in the Baltimore Ravens organization and in the community for the Baltimore area and beyond. And he'll be one of the longest tenure coaches in the NFL when it's all said and done. He's already been here since 2008. I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon. As I mentioned, I'm expecting a big year, a big coaching year from Harbaugh this year, some memorable moments, some good cuts out of the press conference when he's happy, Harbs, and when he's sad, not so happy Harbs as well when he doesn't want to talk as much. But I think he'll get this team on track, and I do think they will be on avenge mode this upcoming season, looking to get back in that playoff race and compete in the AFC and the AFC. Let me know, guys, what you think about John Harbaugh. Is he a top 5 coach in your opinion? What do you want to see him do better this year? Do you want to see him call timeouts better? Do you want to see a situation where he's not challenging the wrong plays? Is he making better challenges? Does his challenge percentage need to go up? Do you want to see more home games for the playoffs for this team? Do you want to see him maybe more of a vocal part of calling plays in the offense? Maybe I don't know, but I think he loves letting his coordinators delegate and do what they're supposed to do, and let the offensive coordinator call offense, let the defensive coordinator call the defense, and he just delegate everything else and control everything else in between. But Harbaugh, we appreciate you. We love you. We know you're one of the best special team coaches in the league still, even though you're not special team coach anymore. Your special teams are top notch and second to none, along with Chris Horton. But hey, let me know your thoughts on Harbaugh. Is he a top 5 coach? I think so. Let me know. Hit that like button. Hit that bell for all notifications. Follow us at the Flex Zone 1 on Twitter and Instagram. The Flex Zone Podcast on TikTok. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Hashtag the Flex Zone 1. Only place giving you your sports how you want it when you need it. Coaching profile. They went on Mike McDonald. They went on Greg Roman. And now John Harbaugh. Love you all. We appreciate you expecting a big 2022 from you and the crew at one winning drive. Hey, John Harbaugh's here for the long haul. He's already been here for the long haul through the Ray Lewis injury, Terrell Suggs, Joe Flacco era, now into the Lamar Jackson era and beyond. God's favorite host signing out. Until next time, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you, all the new subscribers, and welcome to the family. We out of here, y'all. Peace.